What if I told you that the thinning hair you see in the mirror is not simply a result of aging, but often a reflection of something your body is quietly missing? And what if supporting your hair did not require expensive treatments, harsh chemicals, or complicated routines, but could begin with something as simple as what you place on your plate each day? After 60, many women begin to notice subtle changes. The ponytail feels thinner. The scalp becomes more visible under bright light. Hair that once felt strong and full now feels softer, more fragile. Strands fall more easily when brushing or washing. Doctors often say this is normal, and in many ways it is. Hormonal changes, slower cell renewal, and reduced circulation all play a role. But here is what most people do not realize. Hair follicles remain alive. They remain responsive. And they remain deeply connected to the nutrients your body receives every single day. When those nutrients decline, the follicles quietly weaken. Growth slows, shedding increases, and over time, the hair loses the density it once had. And this is where it gets interesting. Certain vegetables contain compounds that support circulation, protect follicles from oxidative stress, and provide the building blocks your hair relies on to grow and remain anchored. These are not exotic or rare foods. They are simple, accessible, and already familiar to many women. In this video, I will show you 4 vegetables that may help support healthier hair after age 60, ranked from least to most powerful. Stay with me until the end, because number 1 contains nutrients directly linked to supporting follicle strength and long-term scalp health. Let us begin. Number 4. Spinach. A common concern I hear from women over 60 is that their hair still grows, but it does not feel as thick or as strong as it once did. The strands may appear finer. The overall volume may seem reduced. This often reflects a change in how well the follicles are being supported beneath the scalp. Spinach supports one of the most important systems responsible for hair strength: oxygen delivery. Hair follicles are among the most active structures in the body. They depend on a steady supply of oxygen and nutrients carried through the blood. When this supply weakens, follicles gradually shrink and produce thinner, more fragile strands. Here is why spinach stands out. It contains iron, folate, and vitamin C, nutrients directly involved in supporting healthy blood flow and protecting follicle cells. Iron helps red blood cells carry oxygen to the scalp. Vitamin C helps the body absorb that iron more efficiently. Folate supports cell renewal, which plays a role in maintaining the growth cycle of hair. Research indexed in PubMed has identified iron deficiency as one of the most common nutritional factors associated with hair thinning in women. Guidance published by Harvard Health Publishing also notes that deficiencies in iron and related nutrients can affect hair growth and follicle function. Adding spinach to your routine does not require major changes. A small handful can be added to soups, lightly sautéed with meals, or blended into familiar dishes without altering the taste. What matters most is consistency, not quantity. Tip: combining spinach with foods naturally rich in vitamin C, such as tomatoes or bell peppers, helps the body use its iron more effectively, giving follicles better access to the nutrients they rely on. Now that you understand how oxygen and circulation influence hair strength, the next vegetable supports something equally important: protecting the scalp environment itself, which determines whether hair stays anchored or slowly weakens over time. Number 3. Sweet potatoes. Hair does not simply disappear overnight. It slowly changes character. It becomes drier. It loses elasticity. It breaks more easily during brushing. For women over 60, this often reflects a change in scalp support rather than damage to the hair itself. Sweet potatoes nourish one of the most overlooked systems behind hair resilience: scalp protection. They are rich in beta-carotene, a natural compound the body converts into vitamin A. This vitamin plays a role in maintaining the scalp environment that hair follicles depend on. Here is why this matters. Hair follicles require a balanced scalp surface to function properly. Vitamin A supports the production of sebum, a natural oil that protects both the scalp and the hair shaft. Without enough of this protection, hair becomes dry, brittle, and more prone to shedding during normal daily handling. Scientific reviews available through PubMed describe vitamin A as essential for the normal functioning of skin and hair-producing cells. Educational material from Harvard Medical School also explains that vitamin A contributes to maintaining the tissues that support hair growth. Sweet potatoes are simple to incorporate into familiar meals. They can be roasted, boiled, or mashed. Their natural softness makes them easy to digest. Their nutrients remain stable during cooking, making them a reliable option throughout the year. Pairing sweet potatoes with a small amount of healthy fat, such as olive oil, helps the body absorb beta-carotene more effectively, allowing these nutrients to reach the scalp where they are needed most. At this point, we have covered how nutrients support oxygen delivery and scalp protection. But there is another process happening silently in the background that accelerates thinning after age 60, and the next vegetable helps defend follicles against that internal stress. Number 2. Kale. A change that often surprises women after 60 is how the hair gradually loses its resilience. It may still grow, but it does not feel as durable. It becomes more sensitive to brushing, tying, or simple daily movement. This shift is often linked to how well the scalp and follicle cells are being protected internally. Kale helps support the body's natural defense system against this process. It contains antioxidants, iron, and folate, nutrients that assist in protecting delicate follicle structures and supporting healthy circulation. Antioxidants act as cellular shields. They help neutralize unstable molecules that can interfere with normal follicle function. Medical literature available through the National Institutes of Health discusses how oxidative stress contributes to aging in many tissues, including those responsible for hair growth. Educational guidance from Cleveland Clinic also highlights the importance of nutrient-rich vegetables in maintaining healthy skin and hair structures. Kale has an advantage that makes it especially useful. It remains nutritionally dense even in small amounts. It can be chopped into soups, gently steamed, or mixed into warm meals without needing large portions. Light cooking softens its texture and makes its nutrients easier for the body to use. A simple way to make kale easier to eat regularly is to massage it gently with a small amount of olive oil before cooking. This softens the leaves and improves both texture and nutrient absorption, making it easier to include consistently in your routine. Now, the final vegetable is especially important because it supports the structural integrity surrounding each follicle. When this support weakens, hair begins to lose stability at the root, even if everything else appears normal. Number 1. Red bell peppers. One of the first things women notice when hair begins to thin is not just the shedding, it is how the hair feels different. It may feel weaker at the roots. It may not hold volume the same way. And over time, it becomes more delicate during everyday handling. Part of this change is connected to structural support beneath the scalp. Hair follicles rely on healthy surrounding tissue to remain stable and continue producing strong strands. Red bell peppers help support this system in a very specific way. They are one of the richest natural sources of vitamin C. This vitamin plays a central role in collagen formation. Collagen helps maintain the strength and integrity of the skin and connective tissue that support each follicle. As collagen production slows with age, that support gradually weakens. Medical guidance from Harvard Health Publishing explains that vitamin C contributes to collagen formation and helps protect cells from oxidative stress. Research summaries available through the National Institutes of Health also describe vitamin C as essential for maintaining skin and tissue health. Red bell peppers are easy to include without changing your routine. They can be sliced into salads, added to warm meals, or lightly cooked. Their nutrients remain effective even after gentle cooking. A practical approach is to combine red bell peppers with iron-rich vegetables like spinach. Vitamin C improves iron absorption, helping deliver oxygen and nutrients more efficiently to the scalp over time. After age 60, hair does not stop growing, but it does become more dependent on the environment you create internally. The nutrients you provide, the consistency you maintain, the small choices repeated quietly over time. You do not need to change everything at once. Begin with one vegetable. Add it to meals you already enjoy. Let it become part of your routine in a way that feels natural and sustainable. If you are unsure about changes in your diet, speak with your doctor first.